Yeah.
Or, for example, the Joker, right? Jack
Mhm.
Nicholson was pretty good. Heath
Mhm.
Ledger, honestly, Heath Ledger's on the top of my list of. I mean, I think like, but still, it worked. People did praise Jack Nicholson, even though it was
Yeah.
kind of a little, I don't know,
Yeah.
playful, or it seems like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in a Tim Burton movie, you kind of see like the
Yeah.
odd, weird kind of thing. But Jack
Well,
Nicholson tied to that very well. But Heath Ledger just was like, damn, like that
yeah.
was
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
That was evil.
Well, that's the thing. Like I think it's also like a time and place thing, right? Because if you look at the original Bill West Batman version, the Joker was very kind of comical, very over the top, exuberant, right? And so when Jack Nicholson played it, he played it on that beat.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Heath Ledger, like he came out, what was it, like 15 years later, and he had this kind of dark, menacing, completely maniacally crazy. Nothing wrong with either one of those. They both
Yep.
fit the tone perfectly. And honestly, like I love Batman. He's my favorite DC character. But sorry to say, Heath Ledger stole that show. Like,
Oh no, for sure.
yeah, yeah,
For sure.
he
Like
dominated that
I
movie.
think the movie would have been good, but that he like I feel like carried that movie
Yeah.
because I
Oh
remember
yeah,
watching that in theaters, and my mom and dad were not into Batman, but they said, "Wow, that was actually a really good movie." Actually, it was probably one of the best movies made. They said.
yeah,
And that was probably one of the strongest acting performance, but unfortunately, he passed away before the release of that
yeah,
film, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he like overdid it with the method acting. From what I heard, like he locked himself in a
That's what I
bathroom
hear.
and
Yeah,
looked himself, and like he just like
yeah,
really made himself insane. Which I mean, I can understand that people have their ways with
yeah.
method acting, but some
Mhm.
people go over the top. Like Jared Leto, I guess he went over the top for the
He
Joker.
does he does method hardcore, and that's like,
Yeah,
again, I watch a bunch of behind the scenes, a bunch of interviews, and like the universal theme is method acting is amazing because it brings out so much more of the character, but you have to be really careful because you have to be able to go in and out of that mindset. If you get dug too deep into it, I mean, we're human beings. We feel first and we see later, right?
Mhm.
And so you have to have a very strong emotional center to do method and go completely engulf in it and then pull yourself back out because that's not you, right?
Yeah,
And it's hard as humans because everything, like our interaction right now, is going to be affecting my personality later somehow. And so it's hard to let that go. That's why I could never be a doctor. I could never. I'm not smart enough for one thing, but I could never disconnect or disassociate that much with what I was doing.
yeah. I mean, I feel like you would think it would not be hard, but when you like really get rolling, you do get lost in your head. I mean,
Yeah,
like for example, like I think I didn't see the documentary, but I kind of saw a preview. Like Jim Carrey played a comedian, and he was acting like him the whole time, and he
right.
was an asshole for it. It's just like,
That was his mask. Yeah,
yeah, and he was like, but it was just so interesting, like that he just never dropped character. He didn't stop acting until it was over, but people were not liking him for it for sure. But he
yeah,
wanted to go to that level.
yeah.
Like, how would this guy do it?
Right, right.
And I remember David Chappelle made a bit. I saw a stand up comedian. I was honored to like meet Jim Carrey, but unfortunately, I didn't actually meet Jim Carrey.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like the Hollywood persona expected him to be that version of Jim Carrey. That's why if you watch the interviews that he does now, he's like, for decades, I played a comedian called Jim Carrey. Now I'm just being me. And I think that's great because that type of a realization will center you so that everything that you do is a peripheral of that, but you still have that center, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I try to do so hard, like trying to know who you are, know your personality, know your emotions, know your morals, and then you branch out from that based off of what character you're doing, what commercial you're reading, but you still have that center to come back to.
Yeah,
That to me is really important, especially in acting, because in acting you are portraying not you, or you're portraying a different version of you. And so you have to have that center to come back to be like, okay, I'm gonna let that to go. I'm gonna be me, and then we can move on.